Let me tell you about something that I love. I love checklists. I love how to do things. I love learning a process. I love step-by-step instructions. Do not get me started on laminated sheets or those little IKEA manuals that you get with furniture. You know, I keep those in my desk drawer to look at from time to time. I love these things because they make problems less scary. They give you a framework. They give you a roadmap to a problem. Solutions are difficult to come by, and they're really hard to make, so I gladly use whatever footsteps someone puts in front of me. But problems shouldn't always be scary. They're scary when we don't have the tools to solve them. They're scary when we don't believe in ourselves that we know what we're doing. They're scary when they are simply unknown. So when we don't have the tools to solve problems, when we don't have the frameworks in mind, it makes the barriers to success really high. Somehow, I've been either the luckiest person I know or the unluckiest person I know, that in my last 3 jobs, I've been the first person to actually have that job in the organization. That means that there were no nice laminated sheets of paper, there were no frameworks, there were no designs. Instead, there was just a wide open vista of opportunity, and by opportunity, I mean challenges. So many problems to solve, and really no guidance put in my place. So looking at those problems, I said, well, I have a linear brain, I want some structure, I want some framework. How do I, when I see a problem, then solve that problem? And to me, that answer was being solution-minded. And solution-minded is very buzzy, it's something that you like, it's something that you list on your LinkedIn profile, but it's also a mindset. It's a mindset that there is a solution to every problem, and we have a way to get there. It doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter who you are, everyone has the opportunity for that success. For me, being solution-minded has 5 components. The first being mindset, the second being structure, the third being questions, the fourth being practice, and the fifth being patience. So mindset, you have to think that you're solution-minded. You have to know that there is a solution out there. You have to know that you have the opportunity for that success. You have to believe in yourself that you can lower those barriers and that you have the tools in your toolbox at your disposal. The second part is structure. For me, that means being really linear. I love a start and an end. I love putting every step in between. I love writing notes. But for some people, they want to flow organically, and that's awesome. Find what works for you and then tweak it along the way. That way, when you inevitably come up with a no or what are you talking about? How do we do this? You can show somebody your structure and your framework, and you can help answer those questions and then pivot where you need to. Problems will come up within your structure, but that's okay. Pivot where you can, move on, do what you need to move forward. The third is questions. Questions are great. Questions clarify what you're actually solving for. If you don't understand the question or the problem, then your solution won't match. You need to ask all of the questions so that you can get all of the answers. One of my least favorite things to do is to ask for help. So I make it a part of my process that when I first start working on a question or a problem, that I actually ask questions and ask for help. I ask my colleagues, I ask other experts in the field, and I also ask the internet. The fourth thing is practice. This is a skill. Being solution-minded isn't just something that you're born with, it isn't something that you inherit, it is a skill that you work on. Everyone has the capacity to be solution-minded, so that means that you need to practice that skill. So whenever you're coming to a problem or a challenge, implement your process. Work through it, make sure that you're using it, and you can always change it along the way. Make it work for whatever industry or job that you're in. The last thing is patience. And this is patience both for yourself and for everybody else. When I'm working through something new, I need to make sure that I'm aware and I'm patient with myself and give myself the gravity to work through it. That also means being patient with your coworkers, your boss, anybody else in your industry that you're working with, because you're working through a new structure and you're working through a new idea, and they usually are too. So be patient with yourself and with everybody else. Being solution-minded is a skill that, as I've said, we can all have. And I truly believe that if we think about problems as less as scary things, but more as opportunities for success, we're really going to be able to flex our creative and innovative muscles and really showcase what we have to offer. Problems and solutions are awash in our world, but we all have the opportunity to solve them. And everyone that's been here, that's here today has certainly solve their share of problems. So I'm already probably pretty convinced that you have a solution-minded framework that you're working with already. You're just maybe not calling it that. So I hope your takeaway today is that with a little bit more solution-minded pep in your step, you can start to greet challenges as old friends and see them as opportunities for success. Thanks.